Welcome back to Fame Society. We live in a world where people from the entertainment field we believe have the most successful and luxurious life. Hollywood and celebrity life isn't always a bed of roses. There are many stories of struggling actors being homeless before becoming stars, while others end up on the streets after becoming rich and famous. Some have had to declare bankruptcy, some lost their assets. In this video, we are going to discuss famous celebrities who turned homeless. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick till the end. Number 10. Bobby Driscoll. In the 40s and 50s, child star Bobby Driscoll was one of the biggest names in Hollywood. He starred in Treasure Island and So Dear to My Heart and won an Academy Award for The Window in 1950 at the age of 12. He was once one of Disney's child stars, having been the voice and animation model of Peter Pan in the Disney classic film, and he even picked up a Juvenile Academy Award in 1950. But in his teens, he fell into trouble when his career took a downturn and he turned to drugs to ease the painful reality that he was no longer the star that once he was. He wandered the streets of New York and at 31, died penniless in a deserted East Village apartment block. Number 9. Margot Kidder. You saw her as Lois Lane in the first Superman movies opposite Christopher Reeves, but since then, Margot Kidder has never had any good substantial movie roles. A car accident in 1990 left her unable to work. However, after that, Margot Kidder was never been seen in other movies or was her charm got the attention of known directors. Unfortunately, there was a mishap that took place in the year 1990, because of which she became bankrupt and also could get work later. Being homeless and sleeping in cardboard boxes, her life turned extremely miserable until she was discovered by a Glendale resident. Number 8. Natasha Lyonne. American Pie franchise star Natasha Lyonne was every man's dream girl and an actress with an enviable career. Lyonne's life fell apart when she succumbed to alcohol and heroin addiction and ended up on the streets. Natasha Lyonne went through a dark phase in the early 2000s when she was arrested for DUI and eventually evicted from her apartment due to missed rent payments and disturbing the peace. The New York Post reported that she wound up homeless and was eventually found using a fake name in a hospital and infected with hepatitis C. She has since turned her life around and is now part of the cast of the Netflix hit show Orange is the New Black, for which she was nominated for an Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Comedy Series. Number 7. John Drew Barrymore. John Drew Barrymore was an American film actor and member of the Barrymore family of actors, which included his father, John Barrymore, and his father's siblings, Lionel and Ethel. He was the father of 4 children, including actor John Blythe Barrymore and actress Drew Barrymore. Diana Barrymore was his half-sister from his father's second marriage. Barrymore's films were not particularly successful. He moved into television, guest starring on shows like Schlitz Playhouse and the 20th Century Fox Hour. He did some TV movies including The Reluctant Redeemer and The Adventures of Lieutenant Conti, and appeared in several episodes of Matinee Theater. In 1957, he directed an episode of Matinee Theater One for All. "Television gives me the chance to do what movies didn't," he said. In 1955, Barrymore was sued by Lanny Budd Productions for not making a series of movies in Europe. Barrymore countersued. Like Drew Barry's daughter, John too took to drug and alcohol addiction. After he gave up acting, he'd wander around the world and occasionally turn up only to be thrown in jail for being intoxicated and high on drugs. He passed away from cancer in 2004. Number 6. Sly Stone. Sly Stone was a big name in music at one point in time as the lead of the funk band Sly Stone and the Family Stone that was a legend in their time. Sly Stone shot to fame and amassed many houses at the height of his popularity, perhaps too many houses for him to maintain. Because of poor spending habits and drug addiction, the band's popularity declined and Stone lost all his assets. As of 2011, it was reported that he was living out of a van on the streets of Los Angeles, but he says he doesn't mind a simple life, so his current living arrangement suits him well. Number 5. Sugar Ray Williams. This guy was once a basketball player in 70s and 80s and was also the captain of the New York Knicks. After his retirement, Williams struggled financially, eventually filing for bankruptcy in 1994, which led him to lose his home and family. Williams decided to apply early for his NBA pension of $200,000. After he received it, he moved to Florida, where he fell victim to a real estate scam that worsened his financial condition. After that, Williams worked various jobs like groundskeeper at a golf course in Central Florida, apartment complex maintenance man, part-time girls basketball coach, and bakery worker, among others. During that time, he also received grants from the NBA Retired Players Association totaling $10,000, which couldn't help his situation. According to a profile published in the Boston Globe in July 2010, he was unemployed and homeless, living inside a car in Pompano Beach, Florida. Williams spent his time fishing at Hillsborough Inlet Park in Pompano Beach to help maintain himself. In November 2010, Williams' luck began to turn around as he took a job in Mount Vernon, New York, working for the city's recreation department as a recreation specialist. Luckily, he was able to bounce back for a few brief years before he succumbed to colon cancer in 2013. Number 4. Erin Moran. Fans of the 70s cult sitcom Happy Days will remember teen actress Erin Moran as Chachi's love interest, Joanie Cunningham. But real life had few happy days for Moran, who suffered from crippling depression. After Happy Days and Joanie Loves Chachi was cancelled, Moran moved from Los Angeles to the California mountains. She said in 1988 that she suffered from depression and was unable to get acting roles. Moran confirmed news reports that her California home was foreclosed in 2010 following media claims that she had been served eviction papers and moved into her mother-in-law's trailer home in Indiana. In 2017, Variety magazine said she had fallen on hard times in recent years. She was reportedly kicked out of her trailer park home in Indiana because of her hard partying ways. Unable to work, Moran's life fell apart, and at 52, she was evicted from the trailer she was living in and turned out onto the streets. She was found dead in 2017 from untreated stage 4 cancer of the throat. She was 56. Number 3. Debbie Clark. One of the no-names, Debbie Clark, is also categorized under the celebrities who became homeless. She was also a part of many shows, and one of the well-known called American Gladiators got her more fame. She was to compete with athletes in different games and performed quite well till there was an injury that occurred and hampered her career to a great extent. She was then working as the emotional trainer and even was performing as a country singer too. Later, because of domestic violence, she started living with her son separately on the streets until Embrace CEO Sean Shepard in 2011 took care of them. Number 2. Brett Butler. In the 90s, Golden Globe nominee Brett Butler was a star headlining the hit comedy Grace Under Fire, but as the show got over, she was then finding it hard to deal with drug abuse, and which is why she went to rehab. After she canceled the show, she had to live on the farm with her 15 pets and later to the homeless shelter. She tried making a comeback in the CBS soap, but the fame that she then had got is the list, and to the current date, she is managing to work in different TV shows like Anger Management, The Leftovers, and How to Get Away with Murder. Number 1. Randy Quaid. He and his brother Dennis Quaid have been fixtures in Hollywood for the last 3 decades, and rightly so. Randy Quaid has had several memorable roles and has won awards for them. But he's had run-ins with the law in the last few years, including bailing on a hotel without settling his $10,000 bill and arrest for burglary for living in a guest house without the owner's knowledge. He and his wife then sought Canadian refugee status to avoid being arrested in the United States. As of January 2013, Quaid's request for Canadian permanent resident status was denied. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon for more updates and notifications. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.